UDC.
Hi, let's look at how to add, use, and share ArcGIS Pro Utility Network name trace configurations. First, we will cover how to create them. Open ArcGIS Pro, load your utility network, and use any appropriate data source connections needed. From the Analysis tab in the Geoprocessing group, click Tools to open the Geoprocessing pane. You can always search to find the tool, but it is located under the Toolbox tab here in the Utility Network Tools toolbox. Click the tool to open the GP pane. When you add a name trace configuration to a utility network in an enterprise geodatabase, the active portal user account is set as the creator. The creator has control over access to modify or delete trace configurations in the network. When working with a utility network in a single user deployment, the operating system authentication is used to store the creator of the name trace configuration. So here we'll input the utility network. It needs to be version 5 or later. When working with an enterprise geodatabase, the input utility network must be from a utility network service. Next, we'll name the configuration and put in any other parameters. The name trace configuration is referenced by its name in web maps, field maps, or ArcGIS Pro for tracing. Then run the tool to save the configuration. Now that the name trace configuration is saved, let's use it as an existing configuration in Pro. Open the Trace GP tool, then click the Use Trace Configuration box. Choose an existing name trace configuration from this drop-down list. Choose a starting point and barriers, then click Run to execute the trace. Finally, let's look at how to share the name trace configuration with other users. ArcGIS Enterprise 10.9 allows sharing name trace configurations in an enterprise geodatabase through web maps and apps. To share a name trace configuration in a web map, it must be set as active for sharing. In the Utility Network tab here, click the Launch Trace options. In here, go to the Sharing tab. This displays all the name trace configurations for the utility network in the current map. To activate a configuration for sharing, check the active checkbox next to the name trace configuration. When activated, the configuration is included in the web maps map definition. New configurations added to the utility network are by default not set as active for sharing, and to deactivate a name trace configuration from sharing, just simply uncheck the active box. Thanks for taking the time to learn how to add, share, and use name trace configurations.
UDC.